105 when the bounce. What up, doe? We are back with another Detroit Culture Shifters. And this one is one I'm very, very excited to talk to because my girl has been whipping me into shape. Every Sunday, I'm at Pilates. I've become a Pilates mommy now, and I'm really loving it. So I want to introduce you or remind you of my good sis, Alexis. How you doing?
Hey, how are you? Thanks for having me.
Thank you. First of all, like I said, ever since I've been going to Push, I've been very, very, very excited about fitness again. So I wanted to talk to you and start off with what got you into fitness.
Yes.
I don't think a lot of people like just start working out for the heck of it. So what did you do?
Exactly. So I'm a former collegiate track and field athlete. So I ran track at high school, and then in college I had a full ride. So that kind of was my base for working out and fitness. I have a son. He's 5 years old. But during my postpartum journey, I was going through it. And that's where I found Pilates, and it kind of stuck with me. The more I started taking classes, I'm like, I don't see any spaces where people look like me, where I wanted, like where I would want to go and spend my money. So I decided to create that, and then the rest was history.
I love that. And what about Pilates? Because I know there's different ways that you can get into fitness, from strength training to rowing, but like, why was Pilates the one that really stuck with you?
I think it's because it's accessible for all fitness levels, like all ages. It's beginner friendly. You can always ramp it up. There's so many different styles. You can do classical. I'm sure you heard of the reformer, which is the machine. And then also like I teach HIIT at my studio. So I love like cardio type Pilates. It's also not very impactful on your bones like running or other high, intensity workouts. So Pilates was just kind of like perfect middle ground for the type of workouts I like to do.
I love that. So I love that it went from being a college athlete to then being like, okay, well, I need to fill a void that I'm seeing. So what was the next step? Did you just start taking clients, or did you just immediately get to this brick and mortar that you have today?
So I started to do research, like what does it look like to be certified in Pilates. So I started
I didn't even know
it.
that you had to be certified. Well, duh. That makes sense.
So I was looking into that, and then one of my friends was like, you should do this. I'm like, what? They're like, be a Pilates instructor. I'm like, huh? And so once that got dropped into my head, I became obsessed with like researching it. And so I did a program online. It was an Australian-based certification program. I did that at home. Again, still postpartum, but I was able to do it virtually. And then I started to create Push Pilates. I'm like, okay, let me do small classes with family and friends. I started to do that. Then my classes started to get full. Then I expanded to renting out someone's space. And then it just started to grow from there. And I think what made Push so special and different is like, we are truly community based. Like those girls who come in there, they're leaving out friends. I be seeing them on Instagram hanging out. I'm like, y'all are friends. But it's so rich in community. And I think a lot of times we go into these spaces, especially workout spaces, and it's very intimidating. And no, that's not that at all. But we also really get a good workout in, but you also leaving powerful, confident, and then supported too,
For sure. I will say my experience specifically here in Metro area has been like, specifically with gyms, it's really hard to like want to get in there and get a good workout, because either you're comparing yourself to other people who have been working out longer than you, or you feel like you don't even know how to use the equipment, let alone like I can imagine a reformer is probably, not as beginner friendly. So when I did find out about Studio Push Pilates, I got really excited because one, Black woman, I'm going. What you mean? And then I will say after every class, I do feel like I've met a new person, or I feel more confident in like going back, because it's an environment that not only plays the music that I listen to, but it also feels freeing.
And safe.
Exactly. And it feels safe. So why was that so important for you to do? I know that you're obviously saying that you wanted to fill a space and that Pilates can be intimidating, but why was it so important for you to challenge and take on that challenge?
So I'm gonna give you the real tea.
Okay.
So when I was doing, taking my certification, and I was like, okay, let me dive head first and go into these local studios as a client to see what I like, what I don't like. So I kind of did my own like informal case study, right? And I remember vividly, I called a studio. It was a reformer studio. I'm certified in reformer and MAT, by the way. And I was like, hey, I'm interested in trying. And they were like, well, have you done it before? And I was like, no, but, and she was like, yeah, like maybe like find another studio. We don't want you to get hurt. And when I got off that call, I felt a pit in my stomach, because I'm like, if I'm feeling like this, like, isn't this a space where we should be able to say, hey, you haven't done it before, come on in, let's try it. It seemed that they were closing the door on me for whatever reason, and I did not like the way that felt. So that's what really put the battery in my back. I was like, oh no, this is not what we're doing. And so I'm going to create this for us. I've taught at some reformer studios and it was great. Love the community, but I just really wanted my studio to be met, but also inclusive. So I get so many girls that say, this is my first time to Pilates, and it just lights my face up because I'm like, wow, you really experience Pilates through me. And that's just such a blessing that I can be that vessel.
And I love that you are that. I love that you took something that could have been an adversity and you were just like, well, I guess that's just not what we gonna do. And you've created a safe space. I mean, the last class I was in, there was a whole guy getting into it. And I ain't never seen no guy at Pilates.
Yeah.
And I was so excited. So in a city that's constantly about grit and grinding and like constant like instant gratification, how do you see movement and like rest and self-care as tools? Like, how do you see it when we're always so go, go, go?
Yeah, I mean, I like to say this in my class, like, we move and rip and run throughout our day so much. Like, it's so much power in taking a couple minutes to just breathe, to put your phone down on Do Not Disturb and just honor yourself for the next 60 minutes. I think, like you said, the Detroit culture is super hustle, hustle, and bustle, but sometimes that can try to kind of wear down on your body, and it's so important. But I do see a shift in the fitness industry here, which is so beautiful to see. I see a lot of people being more mindful about the things they do, the things they hang out, where they hang out, the type of food that we eat. And it's just like, you know, so beautiful to see that I'm able to like be a seed in that as well.
I love that. Yes. So obviously now, congratulations first and foremost on the brick and mortar girl here in Ferndale. Love that for you. And as a business owner, I can only imagine that there's been ups, downs, and middle grounds. So what lessons have you learned? Because obviously we're not going to like stress on the adversity, but I bet that there are some lessons that you could probably save some other people from.
Yes.
So what is something that like you probably would have done differently if you had only just known?
Oh, where do I start? Okay, on a low level, do not get floor-to-ceiling decals on your windows.
Oh, I did see about that.
Yes, yeah. I paid a pretty penny to get those done. They were so beautiful. And then Ferndale was like, hey, I love the signs, but there's an ordinance to where you can only have X amount of your windows covered. And so that was just a rookie mistake for me because I didn't know, but also I didn't know to ask. So things like that. Another piece of advice is do it scared. I know we hear all those productive type of self-help books saying that, but seriously, anytime I felt fear, I'm like, oh, this is what I need to be doing. And it was so beautiful on the other side. Signing that lease had me in shambles. I'm like, what am I doing? Am I going to be able to pay this? But it's been such a blessing for the past year, and I'm so happy that I was able to like, okay, this is what we're doing, putting all my faith and all my money into this, and it's been so beautiful. So
I mean, the space is amazing.
Thank you.
And the location, I mean, it's right on the street from my apartment, low key. So I just be walking to you, girl.
Location. And Ferndale has been such a great help. I always brag about my neighbors. I have two really great neighbors. I always grab about, even the community in Ferndale, like the mayor, they have been so supportive. Yay. And I'm just so blessed that I chose to have my business here. It's also pretty central to where my clients are. So whether they're in Detroit or Southfield, like Ferndale is a great location, and then the parking is cool too. So I couldn't have picked a better location, honestly.
Do you think that that is a key that business owners don't really take into consideration, like really being intentional of where you're going to place your business?
Absolutely. Yeah, that could literally make or break you. Like, if you are too far out or you don't have good parking, it could literally make or break you. The fact that I'm on Woodward and so many people are driving past, that's a win
advertisement right there. Yeah. That makes sense.
So it's such a good spot. It's such a good spot.
Okay, so instead of adversity, let's talk about a moment where you realized this is bigger than fitness. This is impact. You see.
So the first thing that came to my mind was the city of Detroit asked me to do a class at the Spirit Plaza downtown this summer. And I agreed to it. You know, I canceled my class. I think this is right before I got my studio. So I canceled the class that I had at another space. And I was like, hey, let's all go here. So me being the imposter syndrome anxiety girl, I'm just on my phone, kind of like behind the stage. I really wasn't paying attention to what was going on, but I was like, I hope people show up. That's all I kept saying. Like, I hope people show up. I hope people show up. And once they started miking me up to go, they had over 300 people there. Wow. They had to move chairs. People were all the way on the street towards Jefferson. And it was just I was such on a high at that moment when I was sitting on that stage. And I'm like, wow, y'all really came for me. Like, it's so beautiful to see. And at that moment, I think that's when a light bulb clicked in my head. Like, this is your purpose and this is what you should be doing.
Yeah.
And it's also deeper than me, like Alexis. You know, I'm being used as a resource. And I was just like, wow, like, I really found what I like to do. And it doesn't feel like work sometimes, but not really, you know?
And I think that that is one of the key things, like, as a parent, you should instill in your kid to, like, want to do something that doesn't feel like work all the time. And just the fact that you say that you have imposter syndrome, I would have never thought. I was like, oh, Alexis knows what she's doing. Like, she's got it. And that's just the idea that I've always felt, like, from the social media and how you expanded that to just how you talk to people within your own space. Like, I would have never thought that there was, you know, slight thoughts in your head of, like, oh my gosh, like, am I doing this right? Like, are people even gonna show up? Like, it just felt like, okay, Alexis just knows. Like, she's got this down pat.
You know what I think too? A lot of business owners may miss the mark on. It's so important to be transparent too. Excuse me. When I first started, I blogged my journey of me getting in the studio. I'm like, yo, I don't know what I'm doing, but let's go.
That's what brought me to you, actually.
Like, and I think people like to see that real and rawness, and, like, I don't got it all together, but we gonna figure it out. And so I think that was powerful. I just filmed and then I just recorded, and I was kind of like had people on the journey. So by the time I got to my grand opening, everybody was so invested because they literally helped me pick out my floors, right? Like, I'm vlogging a series, and so that was such a help too. People just see Instagram or social media as like a highlight reel, but there's true trials and tribulations for anybody. And I think it's so important to share that, but also let people know that you are still embracing and, like, thankful for the journey.
I feel like the work in progress is always the best part, because then you feel like you had your hands in it. Obviously, they weren't up there, you know, working with you, putting all the mats down, but they feel like they were a part of your journey. And I also wanted to ask, because you started off with being just yourself as the teacher, and now you've expanded to, like, what, 3, 4, 5 girls now?
I'm so thankful.
So how is it now having to, like, take your hands off of certain things sometimes?
Oh, Lord. So that was the whole idea of Push Pilates. I think for a minute, a lot of people were coming to Push Pilates for me, but we have some really, really good strong instructors, and I'm so excited that they are here. Shout out to Dakaya and Janelle. But I kind of took my time with that because I wanted to make sure these are women who had the same type of vision or passion for the work as I did. And so once I got a team, it helped me so much because now I can expand and do other projects that I'm looking to do within the company. But we have some really strong instructors. Some people come just for them, and I'm like, thank you. I had a girl DM me like, hey, Lex, I love your classes, but Sundays are my favorite with Dakaya. And I was like, thank you. Like, that's kind of the whole point of it, you know?
Dakaya is my girl.
She is bomb.
I be looking at her crazy afterwards.
Yes.
But that's my girl.
She is so bomb, and so is Janelle. Some people come just on Monday. So it's such a blessing. It literally gives me chills because it's literally like, this is what I wanted to build, you know? And so it gives me an opportunity to learn how to lead. This is all new for me. I've never been a leader in this sense of leading other people, but I always say, like, I'm not your boss. Like, we're a team and we really work as one. So,
and you can see that. I love that.
Yep.
And you were talking about expansions and being able to, like, focus on other things. I know that you've just launched the YouTube page, which also goes into your idea of making it accessible. So why was it so necessary for you to start Push Pilates YouTube channel?
That was one of my big juicy goals, and I have an amazing marketing team. Shout out to Top Level Marketing. They were like, let's do it now. You said this is what I'm like, wait, no. But that was one of my big juicy goals because yes, Push is rooted in, you know, Metro Detroit, Ferndale, but with the way I see it, I want it to be accessible for any and everybody.
Right.
So I wanted to put that pillar out there. Then I also have something really exciting. I'm so sad I can't talk about it now. I feel like I'm teasing you, but
it's okay.
Next
week, us, girl.
Next week, I will be able to announce what the super big juicy thing is. On the 17th is when I officially sign the the papers. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to still, even girls who may be at home with kids and feel like they can't make it, or people who maybe can't afford, you know, to come to class. Here you go. Like, these are some of our workouts that we do and you can do at home too.
I've even sent it to my mom who lives in Maryland, because I'm like, girl, you don't even need to go and like do all the work to find some places, because I can only imagine having to go through the process of picking and choosing. And I was like, girl, you can do it from home. My girl Alexis got you. So subscribe. I love that.
Yay.
Are
Love
there
the
any
support.
more juicy expansions coming soon that you can maybe tease? You know, I had to ask.
Yes. Okay. Let me think of things that I can talk about. Oh, we have private events at the studio. That's been doing really well.
Yes. So that means that people can like celebrate their birthdays or anything
holiday
like that?
parties. And that's been doing really, really well. Like, people will book months in advance for this. It's a 3-hour booking. You get the instructor and you can decorate, which is really cute. And yeah, I think that's all I can talk about
okay,
now.
Girl. That's okay.
But
I'm not going to take too much.
It's going to be
time.
so much more.
I'm so excited.
Me too.
Okay, so I'm going to play a quick little lightning round with you. Are you ready?
Yay.
Okay, are you a morning workouts or evening girl?
Morning, for sure.
I love that.
I like to get out the way.
You've kind of already hinted to this, but reformer or Matt, which one humbles you the most?
Matt, all day. Matt humbles you. Reformer is more intimidating.
Yes.
Because if you don't know the equipment.
Right.
But Matt is going to get you every time.
And I've personally never used reformer. I've only done Matt because you were the first girl.
Well, you should come in.
We
We could do privates. I have a reformer in the studio.
Yes.
Yes, we could do a private.
But I will say, after every class, I'm like, ooh, girl. Like the other day, I was looking at my arms and I said, wait,
you've been killing it. I've been seeing
getting
you.
good. So I will say that Matt is, I like her.
Yes.
Ferndale brunch spot for after your workout.
9 kitchen.
Yes.
Hands down. Shout out to 9.
9 is so good.
I eat there too much. That's the problem. I literally told my friend, I was like, I have to put myself on a probation. It's so good. It's nothing on the menu that I've had that's not good.
From the drinks to the food.
From the food, everything. And then the service is impeccable. Shout out to Ryan. But from morning, midday, or dinner, it's super cute in there too. So 9 kitchen for sure.
I love it. Okay. Yes. What's one song that has to be on your workout playlist?
Closer. I think it's by Gospel, I think that's how you pronounce it. That's always the song that I play during breath work.
I love that. Closer. And I do love that not only you, but all of your instructors also make a moment of intentional grounding. Was that something that you instilled, or was that just something that you guys all
noticed?
Yes. No, I'm locked in, girl.
Yeah, like the breath work, even if it's for like 10 seconds, take a second to breathe. I literally say, like, inhale confidence, exhale any doubt. And usually you're rushing from work or you hustling, bustling to get there. Like, let's take a second, collect ourselves, set our intentions for class, and then let's hit it hard. So that's kind of like our jam that we do at Push. And then Monday nights, Janelle does affirmations after class.
Yes, I need to get to that one. That's the abs, arms, and affirmations, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I need to get to that one. And the last lightning one I have is one word that clients use after their first class at Studio Push.
I usually hear that it was fun.
I love that because it is fun. Okay, so to end off this, because obviously you are one of our Detroit culture shifters who is completely changing the game when it comes to fitness and wellness, who do you feel as though is making amazing strides in the Metro Detroit area that might not get, the platform to speak about themselves?
Yes. Oh, I have so many. I have a long list.
Go ahead.
But the first person that I thought of is Lauren Hughes from Detroit Tennis Co. Have you heard of her? That's my bestie. I
didn't even know that you guys knew each other.
Yeah, she's my son's godmom. Yes, she's so sweet. But besides that, her business is booming. She's also a photographer.
I didn't even know
she
that.
does photography too. And her tennis company, Detroit Tennis Co., when it gets warmer, they do private classes, group fitness classes, and it's such a good time.
No, it is a good time. I started last summer because as a kid, I've always wanted to take tennis. So I decided, why not?
Yeah, and where do we know about this type of stuff? So it's hard to, so it's so good that she's bringing it like here.
Is there anyone else that you feel as though deserves a little quick shout out?
Yes. I will go with Jailah Topp from Top Level Marketing.
Yes. Your amazing marketing team,
for sure. Shout out to them.
And then just one last thing. You've shared so much advice and just so much of your story of being a wellness brand owner. What advice do you have for people who want to be just like you, Alexis?
The advice that I would give is if it was easy, everybody would be doing that. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. And you could do hard things. I say this to myself every day, like, you could do hard things, Lex. You could do hard things. So those are the 2 mantras that I live by.
I love that. I'm going to lock those in.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And just let everybody know where they can find you so that they can go and book a class right now.
Oh, yeah. So I'm on Instagram at push.pilates. Our website is studiopushpilates.com. And YouTube, Studio Push Pilates.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. This was so much fun.